are some of the top lead sources that the top agents have. So you guys are about to see Nancy's top lead sources right out the chute. So let's pull this up right here. So here you guys go. Here are Nancy's lead sources. And this is from last week, Nancy?
That's correct. Yep. So I get this on every week, updated from my database manager. And so your question was, what's Nscope? This is an AI, oops. So something just came on that I have to decline. Sorry. Where did that go? Where did you go? So there we go. So Nscope is an AI generated list for likely sellers. And I get that download once a month, and that includes my Florida business. So that's what that is. That's huge. And that's once a month, and that's leads that I'm direct mailing to. The next largest lead source, you guys hear me talk about this all the time, are my open houses. And so the biggest thing about this is making sure that the follow-up is done properly and appropriately, always. And that's a big thing. As you heard me say earlier, I had a lot of turnover at the end of October. By the way, for 8 years, I had no turnover. But once you become that successful, people feel like they can do it. It happens on occasion. But the newer people that I have working with me are there with my older agents, and the follow-up at our open houses, the leads generated, the business that we're doing, and these are avatar buyers. These are buyers that have a home to sell. So those are my open house. And so we're very thorough in our follow-up system. And the places that we were not dummy proof, we worked on making as dummy proof as possible. But it's our best lead source, and it's free depending on how much marketing you do. I mean, I don't spend a ton on marketing. It's all systems that I've put in place. So Facebook, we talked about, and, we generate a ton of business before the open houses on Facebook. The rest of them you can see. Office, those are call-ins. We don't know where those are coming for. 714 Web is Chuck. Zillow and Zillow Flex are there. Realtor.com, Sphere of Influence. 714 Google Call Ads is also Chuck. And then we have, sign call when they're specific about different things. So they're all there. And this is, again, this is my weekly update.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to be diving in directly into specifically, we want to talk about the open houses today. Nancy's probably one of the top people that are generating leads from open houses. I mean, you guys are seeing right now, and I mean, this is last week. This is not like numbers from last year when the market was hot and so Nancy today is doing open houses at a high level and bringing in 54 leads from an open house in a week. So for anyone that's sitting out there going, oh, that's done, that's over with, I'm not going to be able to get any more leads from open houses. Nancy's like, no, it's sitting right here. I got 54 leads last week. So Nancy, how are you pulling this off, and how are you getting leads in a marketplace that is currently, not doing as hot as before? And maybe you can say, and for anyone that's sitting there going, oh, well, Nancy's marketplace is maybe different than mine. Give me maybe a little bit of rundown of what your sales volume looks like. And maybe that way, it gives everyone on here some perspective of what your market looks like. And then also maybe let's hit on a little bit how you're getting these leads from these open houses.
Sure. So my marketplace is different. So South Jersey is a very rural area. There's a lot of farming. So outside Philadelphia, but far enough outside, and I don't have a Philly license. I don't really want to go across the bridge. So in South Jersey, it's such an odd market. None of the iBuyers came here at all. It's just a weird market. There's new construction, there's old farmhouses, there's everything in between. So it is a very rural and different market, right? So in that respect, we've got a little bit of growth from a hospital coming in, and we've got a local university, but it's small compared to everything else. So it's a nice bedroom community to Philadelphia is what this marketplace is. So you have move up buyers and step down buyers. First time buyers is not as prevalent, but we do of course need them. But that's what our marketplace is. And I think you see a nice mix of that everywhere. But, implementing the buy this home, I'll buy yours was a game changer. If I hadn't taken 3 years to do that, would have been a different. There's nothing like having that sign out in front of the open house that says, buy this house, I'll buy yours. And who are they going to call if there's a few signs in the neighborhood? I mean, I was generating leads like this at my open house when it was a buyer's market, not when it was a seller's market. So it's, and the numbers were even higher. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, what you're talking about is going to be in the checklist we're looking at Yeah, I mean, like that is buy the sum, I'll buy yours. So for those of you guys who don't know what she's talking about right now, that's the 3x3x3. So this is going to be sitting right in our 12-month checklist. And what we talk about in that 12-month checklist, it's going to be how to get your listings to produce more listings. So that's going to be, I believe, if I can recall off the top of my head, that's week 10 in the checklist.
It's funny, Nathan, I actually re-signed up for that because you can send out reminders and get back on that program with TW. And I actually did that last year because I'm like, I know I haven't implemented everything, even where I'm at. I was like, I re-signed back up for that whole program on a weekly basis, just so that I could make sure I was catching the things I missed. And I still haven't implemented 100%. I'll be honest. There's always things to go back and work on.
That right there is a great thing for everyone sitting on the call, because I get this all the time. Well, I can't move up to titanium, or I can't move up to coaching, or what, I get this all the time, right? Because I haven't implemented everything. It's like, no one has. I'm like, I am sorry, but like the top members have not implemented everything in platinum. Yep. It's just it's just not a thing that's probably going to happen. Look, there's a ton of stuff that we talk about and share on here. It's going to be almost impossible for you guys to be able to implement everything. That's why when we talk about this on the call, the way we started the conference chat was pick one or two things. Don't pick everything. Pick one or two things, three things that you guys want to implement, and go do that in full, because you'll be able to do it really well. And then you guys will be able to get better and better and better over the course of time. If you guys can basically just compounding interest effect, if you can basically just increase your business by 10 to 15% after every single conference, which everyone probably agrees that they can do that after every conference, if they implement one or two ideas, you guys will have a multi-million dollar business by a landslide. I mean, just think about it. You guys have a 50% increase if you just did that after every single conference. So just 10% increase, 10% increase, 10% increase. And you kept that going year over year over year, conference over conference over conference. So, that's going to be the pieces that I really want to see. Okay, so